These niggers.
It's truly unfortunate what we see.
That's so funny. That's so funny. Anyone got any good new tea?
No.
Good.
No new tea.
You be lying, but I know that.
Okay, but like,
But I know that. But I've accepted.
no,
that.
but like, there's like nothing really like new going on right now.
That.
Not like nothing like
that.
nothing like really new going on.
That.
Like no new tea.
That.
I mean, it's
I
been
promise.
peaceful over here. I know. I was at this little happy hour with my coworkers yesterday. No, the day before. And one of my friends, I ain't going to name names, but I'm just saying. She was talking. There was a lot of little scenarios going around. Like, so if your man's or if your girls did this, how would you feel? Like, it was that type of conversation. I'm sitting here like, oh, so this got an origin somewhere. And Laura comes out and said one of them, they man's, I don't know. Apparently they met up with a friend. Friend's obviously a girl. They knew each other. There's like a friend of a friend. They knew each other a while back. Met up in DC or something. So you're like, yo, let's go out for food. And, catch them one night. Everything's chill. That's fine. No, not a big problem. Issue is they also got drinks and we're out drinking till 2 a.m. So now everybody after this little conversation sitting here like, if your man's a girl met up with an old friend, little friend of a friend, ain't say shit, and then next thing you know, you hear from them again at 2 a.m. when they coming back from drinking with this friend. How would you feel? And I'm sitting here like,
I mean, if it's just bestie, I don't care. But that's just me. If it's just bestie,
it's that thing. It's just like they not quite like us. So I'm saying like these are
they messy.
Let's just say they're not quite like us. Okay,
But they messy. Okay, they messy.
I'm just saying here like, look,
Yeah, leave him. Just leave him.
truthfully speaking,
Just leave
it would
him.
not bother me because that situation wouldn't quite occur that way. Truthfully speaking, I don't know how you go 7 fucking hours without talking to your significant other.
Right.
That's a little crazy to me. But hey, we all to each our own.
Yeah.
They still together. Everything's cool.
Wait, they're still together?
They're still
It'd
together.
be like that though. It really do be like that. We gotta do better. It'd be like you stay with the nigga that ain't treating you right. Oh my god.
Apparently, the reason why there's not a problem because he called her while he was in the bathroom. Like he took a little bathroom break, like sometime around 2 a.m.
Really?
2 in the morning.
Took a bathroom break at 2 a.m.
Oh, no.
That's why she was trying to say here, like, I'm literally, why are you calling me while I'm half asleep telling me that you still out drink with some girl?
Yeah, that's so funny.
Shit was crazy.
I feel like that's only bad news, but maybe not. Because if they're just friends, then it's fine. But
they probably are. I bet the dude, he's really chill. Truthfully speaking, I think it's just one of them. Like, my man, you should have did a bit more background work, a couple extra calls, maybe a little. Yeah, we're gonna end up staying a bit later or something like that.
It wouldn't hurt.
Shit. It could have been a bit more clean work on his side. That's really all I say. In my opinion, I'd say like niggas should have just cost some shit for a few days, like a little, them side eyes, like not getting his little answers to questions, but shit, and then like goes back to normal.
Merp. Shots time, niggas!
shits.
Shots. I don't know what it is and whatnot, but it's hard cider.
Hard cider.
You know, don't worry, Layton, you don't gotta drive for hours.
Is that true?
This is true.
Oh, okay.
There we go! Oh, wait, I gotta be careful.
Oh my god.
If anything, it looks
there we
like
go.
ale.
Yeah, it's good. Stop right there. Stop right there.
Nah, he's like, no.
Stop right there.
It's like, let's calm down now. Thank you kindly. Okay.
Just doing them, huh?
They had it with me.
You really like it being right at that edge.
That part. It's giving go big or go home.
I do like seeing the little poppies pop up.
Wait, what do you mean? Oh, I was listening to my bad. What do you mean? Oh,
Well, I like it.
is it? Oh,
Oh shit, that is tasty.
see, this is the thing that's funny about Riley. Riley just does like alcohol. Like
I
he
do
will
fuck
drink
with hard
anything.
cider.
Okay, like,
Hard cider is generally
well,
pretty tasty.
yes, but like, there's some alcohol that's like better than others, though.
Yeah, like
But Riley likes them.
beer sucks. That shit tastes
So I
like
do
acid urine.
like them
Riley
all.
loves beer. Riley loves beer.
I do like a beer.
Riley's a.
I can
he's a
only
liquor
deal with
slut.
maybe like 2 types of beers. One of them is Yingling, the other one is like fucking something else. I don't remember.
10 out of 10.
It's pretty good. I fuck with it.
I like this.
I don't really drink hard cider like that, but I drink this.
Real.
What else you got for me?
Oh,
Man.
he said it's not enough.
I need more.
He said it is not.
Let me get the berry monkey open. By not
Berry
monkey,
monkey?
not monkey
You giving me
juice.
something with a monkey in the name, huh?
Yes, sir. Yes,
And why?
sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
You want
sir.
to break? You want to break that down?
Yes, sir. Wait, you got your bottle opener on you?
Bottle?
Or no?
Oh yeah.
Like that? Oh yeah, like I think you can open this. I'm about to open this old-fashioned way type beat.
Feels so weird. I had to get my sister my fucking Lexus. My life is terrible.
I feel that.
Because you need a working car.
Real. Oh, you're such a good brother.
Oh no, I eventually got this Jeep for my dad. It's just this Jeep was kind of fucked up and sitting on our lot for like the last like few months.
That's it. Oi. Jeez.
Come on, hurry and put your mouth on it so it doesn't blow over. Spill over. Fuck, I should have said that.
Ah, victory beer.
You say, wait, what's the flavor of this again? Monkey or something? What'd you call it?
Berry monkey. Fruited sour triple.
Berry monkey.
9.5 alcohol percentage.
Like, right?
Is it? How the fuck did this get in my car? That's a good question.
Yeah, who gave you that?
Oh my god, that's so funny. I don't even know what be going on.
Foamy. Yeah, that's foam.
Is it good?
Yeah.
Well, we
Yeah.
What do you? Well, you don't know that.
we knew.
It's
Well,
pretty,
you
it's
knew
pretty
that
good.
I
We
like
knew.
There's a pretty good.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah, they know. Yeah.
I like the foam. It's kind of creamy.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm talking like this these days.
Colorful, beautiful gowns, beautiful gowns. Beautiful gowns, beautiful gowns.
Yeah, it's another 10 out of 10.
Wait, Layton,
Oh, yeah,
passing
I
my
fuck
iPad.
with iPad?
It's in my Cherry Joe's bag. Yeah.
Which one? The one I put on the floor?
No, the big one. Riley, how do you feel now that you've gotten? Oh my god! Oh yes, please, thank you, sir.
Hatsune Miku.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
What did they do to Gara's hair?
They made it big, you know.
No.
Big head, small body.
Show that to the camera.
Let me show it. Oh my god, Don took my number 3 spot in Duolingo.
I want y'all to talk about it. Put that shit upside right.
Oh my god, babe.
Look at what they did to my nigga Gara. Dirty. They made him look unkept.
Babe. Oh my gosh, babe.
Like
Damn.
Naruto's feral ass.
That part.
They need to bring back that OG hair. I'm never gonna that Hokage hair will never sit right.
Them ruining his hair is just like so
That was actually
sad.
foul. Like, why would they do that? What do you gain?
True. I have nothing for them.
That's just upsetting.
That part.
We were all excited to see that nigga in his Hokage gear, and then they did that to him.
You're so real. Damn. Oh my god, it's literally been forever since I've like filmed, because me and Cassandra and Marcus have not gotten together to film and whatnot.
Shit.
Because I was like focused on going to work and everything.
That will do it.
Life and what becomes of you. What was I gonna say?
Ooh, excuse me. Carbonation got me.
Real. What was I gonna? Oh, okay. A funny question.
Ooh.
Now, boys, you're both very worldly people, or whatever.
Very true. Very true. I like my possessions.
Do we think it is insane to co-parent a pet with an ex?
To co-parent a pet with an ex?
Yes.
Yeah, I feel it's kind of crazy. Like I feel like
like
you just go to somebody.
like,
Yeah,
you just need to make a choice,
to, right?
Like, you can go and visit if you really need to. But, like, just make a choice.
Yeah,
like, it really depends. Like, the pet gotta belong to one of you.
Yeah, one of y'all gotta get that pet, and then the other one just gotta kick rocks.
Yeah, exactly. Just
Like,
get another one.
Did you? Like, there's got to be some way to come to an agreement on that. But one person need to have that pet. Nick trees, I say.
Oh, I got a funny. Oh my god, me. Okay, I got a funny. Yeah,
He's got a funny.
Twitter. I was about to be like, I got a
Oh,
funny
we're going on
TikTok,
Twitter?
But then TikTok on my iPad be taking forever to load, so we're gonna go to Twitter. Because Twitter be loading quicker and whatnot. But let me see Twitter.
Love that Twitter.
She Adam on my warlock till I'm born again.
Damn.
Oh, okay. Someone said this like funny tweet. Well, it wasn't meant to be funny. It was meant to be like, just real, like just real script nayas, just real script nayas. I read it and I was like, this is so true, but people don't want to hear this. So Ayla Star on Twitter, she commented and said, well, she posted and said, and I quote, "Honestly, if you allow your parents, they'll control you forever."
Yup.
And I got 643 comments, 18K retweets, and 126,000K likes.
Ooh.
These folks.
He broke it.
But yeah, she said that. What do we, boys? What do we think about that tweet? Because some people called her insensitive, and some people said this, some people said that. and I was on her side because I feel like I knew what she meant and whatnot.
And she was just saying basically like if you let them, your parents will control you for like ever.
Like all she literally said is honestly, if you allow your parents, they'll control you forever.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
they will.
That's exactly right. I mean, like that's
Like
why
9 out of 10 parents will act this exact way without remorse.
Well, I was about to say, do you feel like it depends on the parent at all? Because I feel like there's some parents that are either super permissive or that just don't care at all, which is a bad thing, by the way. But I think if they don't care if they're super permissive, then wouldn't they be less inclined to want to control their child?
Yeah, I feel that's true. Yeah,
it's fair.
So I feel like it could go either way, but neither way is necessarily good. It depends on like whether you have a good parent or not. So.
No, yeah. One of the comments said, "At some point, you got to tell them that this is your life, and you'd like to figure things out on your own." I did that. Another comment said, "Break the grip. Letting parents dominate keeps you chained. Setting boundaries frees you to lead. Most stay under thumb, losing self.
Is that an AI
Stand firm." I don't think so.
Is that ChatGPT?
Wait, no, it's 14.k followers.
Sounds like ChatGPT to me.
I said
Jesus
Forge. They're in Content Creators Club. This is hilarious. But yeah, they said learn to stand firm, assert your choices calmly, define limits clearly, and live your path boldly. Grow a life they'll respect. Shadow the whole from the same person. It might be AI.
It's AI.
Yeah. Someone said depends on what type of parents you have, which is obviously real. No done, no shit. What? Oh yeah. Someone else said you can't freely speak. You can't freely speak, and whenever you do, you automatically turn into a bad person. You have no respect. Sometimes I think distance from them helps in bringing some kind of free will. Yeah, I feel like most people were agreeing with this and whatnot. I find it funny. A lot of times you can like Twitter and TikTok are very different places. You go on TikTok, you say something like that, you'll have the most rancid 20-year-olds like in your comments talking about like you just don't understand other people's cultures, this and that, and it's like, oh my god, I don't care. Shut up. If it, like if a hit dog will holler. If it doesn't apply, let it fly. I mean, But yeah, boys, what do we think about breaking free from your parents controlling you? Or
I feel like if you have authoritarian parents, then it makes sense, because if they're authoritarian, then that means they're regulating every part of your life. Yes. So then in that scenario, you should break away from them. Yes. But I question how many people truly have parents that are really helicoptering over them the entire time. Like, I feel like some people just want an excuse to like rebel against their parents when even they themselves might be good parents. So I don't know. It could go either way.
I mean, truthfully, I did see multiple kids out here calling the police on their parents because, they touched me, they hit me. Wow. Nigga, you was out there doing some fuck shit and you got beat. It's called consequences. It's true. It's called consequences for your dumbass actions. And I'm not gonna hold you. There are a lot of little niggas out here trying to act like, because niggas are a little more woke these days, if I use that shit, then maybe I don't have to listen to my parents the same way.
Real.
No, you do. They are your parents. They are your parents for a reason. Most times. Now, granted, I think you are very right. There are some very authoritarian type niggas out here that say here, like, everything got to be my way or the highway. Mm-hmm. I know everything that is correct, and I will be the law.
Later.
There are niggas like that. They are real, and they are loud.
Yeah.
However, even if they are like that, I don't think breaking away is quite the best answer. I feel like learning how to deal with them and learning how to conversate with them is better. Now, if you have to, like, it's just that extreme. You can't get through to them. They acted different. Maybe they put their hands on you. Maybe they fucking with like your future and shit. That's different. If that's got to be a real sit down, try to look at your future type shit, because trying to go out and be on your own at an early age is not something to joke at. It's real. That shit will hold you back. It will fuck you up, and it will lead you down some nasty paths if you're not careful. So that's just my take on it.
So real. So real. No, I feel that. Yeah, what were you gonna say, Riley?
No, I don't really have anything else to add. I feel like I made my point already. So that's really, just like the authoritarian parents and all that.
Period.
Yeah. Although I will say some kids nowadays, for whether it's bad parenting or a lack of parenting, they feel like they're more emboldened to do bad things, which I feel like kind of sucks. And maybe that's sort of influenced by social media as well. So I think I don't know. Like, I feel like you need a parental figure there, but there's a very fine line between being a bad parent, and I feel like that fucks people up sometimes.
I think it's less about like just doing bad things. I think it's just more like they just feel like they have less people telling them not to do what the fuck they feel like they want to do.
Yeah,
and that's real, because not all of it. Like, it's not always that they got to do like the worst shit, but you just not doing smart shit. Then it comes to the question like, do I gotta actually tell you what the fuck to do, or do you just need to do the shit and learn by and trial by fire?
Do you remember like I forget, this might have been like a couple years ago. There was like kids stealing like sinks and toilets out of public schools and shit like that. Have you ever seen shit? Have you ever seen shit about like how much of that do you feel like is an influence between having bad parents that are just bad at their jobs compared to social media that's influencing kids to do fucked up shit for no reason?
It's a good 30-70 split to me. With I think 70% is definitely what the fuck they see in social media and what they see from around them. Because there's a lot of people that actually just talking crazy, and there's one nigga hear that and be like, huh, that actually makes some sense. Let me do that. No. Just because niggas talking crazy online because they're not gonna see some repercussions does not mean you need to listen to them because your impulses follow suit.
No, yeah, I remember when people was like eating like licking ice cream and whatnot.
In the stores and shit, and putting it back.
That shit was hilarious. Was also
I did not hear about that shit.
No, remember like they was doing it like right in the wall.
Yeah, it was like before COVID. It was crazy.
It was like, bro, what are y'all doing? Like,
when I tell you we fucked as a species.
No, yeah, like but I will say it's good when people remember that they have free will, but then it's also like okay, but use it for something.
Like, what do you use that free will for, right?
No,
just because you have free will does not mean you don't have free will to use your brain.
Like use your free will to like pee outside when no one's looking and it's dark out.
You know, not like directly in front of a cop, and then now you list as a child predator for the rest of your life. That is some stupid shit.
That part,
or like that. Oh, y'all see that shit? That fucking 11-year-old girl that literally got carted off to prison, to like juvie or some shit, because she done called the cops. See here, like, oh yeah, someone's hurt on the highway, and then actually had like this whole like helicopter and a bunch of fucking cop cars on the highway looking for these people, and then they literally came to her house, talked to the parents, and then finally she stayed lying for like a solid 20 minutes.
So she lied about it.
Oh yeah, because she's saying here like, oh, this is bullshit. They not real, and it's like, no, we are. We had a whole helicopter out there, and they say here like normally. No, they did take her ass out. They walked her off in cuffs and everything. I'm sitting here like, ooh. Because I'm not going to hold you. As a kid, I know I did some dumb shit. I know me and my sisters definitely called the police at our parents' office one time. It's some real stupid shit.
I never did that. Oh my God.
Y'all, we hit the buttons, and then we heard the police on the phone. They hung up. It was like, oh, shit. We did. And then, of course, you know that happens. If you know that happens and they hear a kid's voice, they're going to show up. Yeah. They're going to show up. So they did show up.
Yo,
I'm saying here like shit done.
Y'all got beat.
Oh no, I
know y'all got
Layton got beat.
Okay, I got beat. Them little fuckers that I call my sisters, they were fine.
I knew you got beat. Oh my God, I knew you got beat. Oh my God, that's
bullshit,
crazy. They had you.
I'm just saying, shit real. Shit is real. And this 11-year-old girl says she did this shit because her friend said it as a joke. This is what I mean. The difference between like hearing your friends on social media and shit, and actually, and just like getting bad. I tell you, bad influence really just be coming from just niggas talking and not thinking about what they're saying. And then some nigga that really don't know better just hear that shit, and then boom, now you got a situation.
You want some monkey?
I don't like what you said it, but yes.
I mean, no, I get you.
Oh, it happened more than a few times. But to be fair, during that few-year period, I was a menace to society, so they were beating me every other day for one reason or another. It was really nothing but a tape. Justified. Hey, listen, I was a weird kid. I was just doing dumb shit.
I didn't like saying the N-word when he was a child.
When I was a child? Was I? How old?
Like 10 under.
10 under? Now when I was 10 under now.
So when were you?
There was a specific age range I was saying. There was. Not 10 under though. No. A little older.
But, oh my God. Riley was Discord pilled for the longest.
I was Discord pilled.
And then he met us and he was like, oh, they're like actually people.
Well, no, okay. Whoa. Well, we gotta cut that out. No.
He's not cutting it out. He's not cutting it out.
That's a crazy statement. That is not.
If there's anything Rock will always keep in, it is Riley hate.
Yeah, I don't know.
Bye, no Riley hate.
It is. I specifically name it Riley hate.
Riley hate. So one lady on Twitter said, she tweeted, "We are dead cooked as society because no one cares about anything until it directly impacts them." And someone quote tweeted that and they said, "Not even their families or children. Period. It has to be them directly."
Yup.
And then one of the first comments was, "They're dead ass like yeah, it'll affect my wife and children, but I got a stimulus check that one time, so I don't care.
Mm.
Someone else commented, not gonna lie, I think this is something that trickled down from baby boomers. Social media can definitely accelerate it, but the boomer family members in my life have embodied selfishness with their whole beings. And then someone else commented, and in the immediate moment, not 2 business days from now. And someone else commented, if there's one thing the U.S. really sucks at, it's having the sense of community and family that exists in much of the rest of the world. People just don't care about others here. It's a selfish society. What do we think, boys?
Let me get into this real quick. So they're not wrong, even like a little bit.
Yeah.
To be completely for real with you, there was a very much a point in time where it's like parents only really need to take care of their kids until them niggas hit like 17, and then they were out here having wives and kids. And I'm sitting here like, I get that. So there's like, when I tell you there's people in my own family that are very much like this, they hear like, I don't understand why I need to take care of them niggas. They already like 18 or some shit. They out of high school. Why the fuck they need
It's
me?
like, oh, because you have a family.
And I'm
What's
saying,
wrong
like,
with you?
listen, man, the times have
What's wrong with
changed.
you?
Y'all are have been pressing all of us to do this college thing. You go to college, get your degree. If you want your kids to do that shit, I'm not gonna hold you. You're gonna need to help them. Not everyone is built like that where they can just get themselves to college. I'm sorry to say, there are niggas that do it. There are niggas that still do it. There are niggas that can do it, and I give them hella respect because that's some hard shit. I'm not gonna hold you. Majority can't.
No, yeah, like being in college and without a job, that's a privilege. People need to respect.
It is. It's
That's
real.
like a privilege.
I mean, shit. I still have my parents helping me, but I still need a job for shit. That's how it is. You can have support and still need help. It's like that's why I don't really be respecting parents that be sitting here like some of them be trying to track them off younger. Sitting here like, well, you know, that nigga's in like a high school now, he can handle himself. What the fuck you mean? As a child. As a child.
They have like no proper real world experience
yet.
yet.
They don't know about the world.
Right,
they don't know about bills. They don't know about none of that shit.
And y'all parents that make y'all pay rent, they're your first enemies.
Mm-hmm.
That's evil.
There's no sense of community there either.
Because let it be known when you own and see now in home, you want to be paying somebody that money? You want to be paying somebody when you can't even remember your first name?
Right.
Shit. Let's talk about it.
But
we're not gonna go there.
There's that part.
Because they fam, I still love them. However, I do think this is very true. I do think this is a very big problem, and niggas really need to get with the times and understand that, no, I'm sorry, you can't just turn your kids off when they hit 17, 18 and call it a day. If that's really what you want to do, let me not even say. If that's really what you're going to do, set them up properly. Set them up properly. Show them how to get a job. Show them how to pay the bills. Show them how to handle themselves. Instead of just sitting here like, oh no, they did basic education. They can go out into the real world. That is why we have a bunch of fucking children creating more children. They don't know no better. They don't know how to take care. They don't know how to take care of another life. Their parents barely knew how to take care of another life, and now here we are. Shit.
That part. Honestly, and in a related sense, another person commented saying lack of empathy is a growing condition. I think that's very related to the whole like, oh, how our society is very individualistic, and that has a lot. I mean, it probably has some pros, but it has a lot of negatives and whatnot. But I think a lack of empathy is very like big. Like, you know, you be having a conversation with a group of people, and you're like explaining how like, you know, we should actually care about people that we don't even know, and then like people look at you crazy like, what do you mean? It's like, you know, caring about others that you don't know because it's just right to care about others.
Y'all want to know how I know that empathy is dying? Is because the nonchalant nigga is on the rise.
No, yeah, when that shit started, oh my god, when that shit,
a couple years ago, I first heard this term, and it took me a good like few months before I actually saw it in action. It has become a thing where niggas think it is actually cool to not give a shit about anyone or anything, and even when they do, to not show it. This is real. People, they are active. There's a war on empathy. They don't want you to ever put yourself in the shoes of another and truly imagine how it might be. And I'm sitting here like, I can't understand it. I never have. I don't want to. But I don't know. It's just what's happening. I can't explain why it's happening. It very much is.
No, yeah, like, no, that's a real one. Like, everything's about being cool. Everybody want to be Sasuke so bad, and it's like, y'all do know like caring about things is like fine, and like actually like giving a fuck about things is cool. Like, you hoes, everybody want to be calm.
You don't need to be a stoic.
No,
you don't need to. Mm-hmm. You can get a girl without it, my man. It's okay.
That part. Riley, what do you think? You haven't said anything.
I mean, I feel like people have been really bad at like expressing and showing their emotion, and I feel like that's partially due to our generation and just like how they perceive our parents from like Generation X. So I feel like a part of it is also just like how we've been brought up. But I do agree with the fact that I think people lack empathy because they just haven't had enough life experience to really understand what it means to be in other people's shoes. Like I feel like we have a lot of people in our generation that have been taught to feel like they need to only worry about themselves and to not worry about others. And I think it's a really bad mentality to have. And it's also kind of hypocritical because I think there are people that preach the fact that you need community, but then they don't want to have community values. And it's like at that point, like, why would you preach that if you don't want it? So I feel like people just need to have. I feel like people need to have more community values, and if they really want community, they need to show it. Because right now, people just don't do that, especially our generation.
And being real, like I'm pulling a quote from him, so don't even come at me. But I'm just saying, independence in and of itself is a contradiction. All right, these niggas be talking like, oh, you need to be able to handle the world by yourself. Let me tell you something, nigga. There's not a single nigga out here that be handling the world by themselves. There's a few niggas that handle 99% by themselves, and that's bold enough by itself. Most of them niggas are fucked up and crazy and narcissistic too. Mm-hmm. You're not supposed to do that shit. You're supposed to have help. You're supposed to help each other. There's a reason why humans are social creatures. We need community. We need to work together. If you have, like, say, basic example, my nigga, if you have a kid, take care of the kid with the other person that made that kid with you. Even if y'all not still together. Do it together. You don't need to love this nigga to handle the kid. It's called having empathy for the kid because you want to know something? Do you want to be a kid that came up with only one parent? Because most niggas don't want that shit by choice. Mm-mm. I don't understand why niggas are so quick to try to do that to each other.
Yeah, let me get some.
No, Layton, you're so real for that.
It be hurting my soul when I see this shit.
Stop it.
No, I feel you. I'm with you. You all shy to drink it?
I'm keeping it modest.
Riley's gonna be like, okay, I gotta be.
I'm modest. I gotta control myself. Yeah, by now
I ain't trying to get
guys having a great time.
Guys, it's really not strong.
What's some tequila? We gonna see a different side of Riley.
2 of these is nothing.
Oh my god, I forgot I have your favorite. Favorite. No, White Claw.
White Claw
is your favorite?
White Claw's never been my favorite.
Okay.
What's the matter with you?
I've been worried first.
Riley will dog a White Claw.
Okay, and listen, he's not lying. But who said it was my favorite?
Man said if it's alcohol, I'll make it work.
He's up.